Hey guys, my name is Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. I am here today for an updated booth tour. My booth is called Green Onion Vintage. It is located at my treasure house in Edwardsville, Illinois, which is just outside of the St. Louis, Missouri area. And I like to take you guys through my booth once or twice a month so you can see either the new pieces that we brought in or just how we have rearranged our older pieces just to give everything a fresh new look. I know you guys have enjoyed these booth tours, and I really enjoy showing off our space. My mom and I do this booth together, and we have just a really great time rearranging everything, finding everything, painting. It's a whole ordeal, but we really enjoy everything about this business. It's been so fun. We've been at it for about 3 years now. That chest of drawers that you're seeing right now, that is a newer piece for us. I'm recording this voiceover in the beginning of May, even though the footage that you're watching is the end of April. And as of right now, this chest of drawers just sold a couple days ago. I don't remember the price my mom put on it. I will have to check for you, see if I can look at it in a second. But that chest of drawers is painted in the Dixie Belle color sandbar. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that I love that color. It's such a good neutral. It's just like a very off-white, kind of like an old crockery color. So I have been loving that color, but this is the first time that either of us have used it on furniture. I've only used it on crafts before, and I just love how it came out on this chest of drawers. Right now I'm showing you a close-up of some of the smalls that we're selling. I know that you guys have probably seen most of these little pieces in my DIY videos. Some of them have sold, and of course some of them are still here. You just kind of gotta wait for that right buyer sometimes. And I would say we've had really good furniture sales recently, and our smalls have been a little slower. But that is just part of the antique booth business. Right now I would say we're pretty low on actual antiques. It is getting a little bit easier for us to find things now that yard sales are happening again in 2021. Even some estate sales are getting a little bit easier to get into. I don't know if you've tried to go to an estate sale in 2020, but there were just so many limited sales in 2020 that the few that there were so crowded and crazy, and the lines were just out the door. So I pretty much avoided estate sales. There were no yard sales last year. So it's really nice to see those happening again. I went yard selling over the weekend, and I only got a couple things that I'll show you soon. No, actually, you know what? They're not even in the booth at this point, so they'll be in my next antique booth tour. But it just feels good to kind of be getting out of the house and shopping again and finding some antiques, because a lot of the stuff in our booth right now is our handmade items that I've done, DIY projects, to kind of fill up the space. I'm sorry if you hear a baby crying in the background. I just had a baby 3 weeks ago, so he's fine. He's just kind of a noisy sleeper. But anyway, so I know that some people get their feathers ruffled when I say I have an antique booth, and then they see my booth and they feel like there's not enough antiques in there. I understand. We definitely have a mixture of old and new. We have a mixture of handmade items, you know, really cool antiques, refinished furniture, furniture that we haven't had to refinish. So it's definitely a mixed bag in our booth. I call it an antique booth because I don't really know what else to call it, but I'm not trying to offend anyone by saying the word antique or even saying the word vintage. This is just what our booth is. It is a collection of things that we've worked on, a collection of things that we've curated and found from all over, and we just try to put it all together in a way that looks nice for you guys to shop. So that is our booth. This is actually one of 2 locations. We have another booth location over in Greenville, Illinois at 3rd Street Market. So we are busy with this business and having a lot of fun. But yes, the antiques, they're a little hard to find right now, but we're trying to get more antiques in our booth for sure. You see, I still have one of my painted paint cans right there. The other one, though, I made 2 of these paint cans. The other one was like a cement treated one where I used a bunch of these clay pieces to make flowers and birds, and I did it in a recent DIY video, so I can link that below for you. But I made the comment in that video that my husband did not like that paint can, and actually it was one of the quickest things that I sold in a while. It sold in like a couple days, so I feel like I had a slight victory there, just in that I was able to sell it so quickly. You know, every now and then I do enjoy proving my husband wrong, and most of you guys were on my side, and I thought that was really hilarious. So just wanted to add that in there, that that paint can did sell and it sold really quickly. I still have these pictures. I'm a little bummed about that because I think they're so pretty. I don't know if maybe people just aren't buying them because they're not food safe anymore. I'm just not sure. I'm trying to figure that out. I love this little black riser that my mom got with just like a little faux drawers. It's actually not drawer pieces. There is a blank space that you can kind of put something in it behind there. But I just thought that had a really cute look. Right there's like a little light blue children's desk. And then turning around now, we have a booth on either side of the aisle here. So this is actually booth number 2 for us. And my mom just brought that big hutch in, and we actually went ahead and pulled it out a couple days ago because it needed some repairs that we didn't know about until we got it into the shop. So right now that's not in our booth, but it is not sold either. It's gonna come back into the booth. And this desk that I'm just walking by, I think I'll give you a better shot of it in a little bit, but that's just an antique secretary desk that my mom painted with the caviar from Dixie Belle. This is a little washstand that I still have for sale. And if you see in the trunk next to that, I have some of the antique quilts that I recently shared with you in an antique haul. Here I'm trying to show you the dimensions so that if you are local, you can maybe come purchase this. I think I'm asking $130. Let's see if it comes in. There we go. Yes, $130 for that washstand. I think that's so cute. 35 wide, 17.5 deep, 27 tall. If you're interested, that one is still available. And then just a few more smalls that I made in recent videos. That Bless Our Nest sign is still available. I think I have it marked down to 75, I want to say. The thing about that Bless Our Nest sign is I've made very many of them, and they've always flown out the door, and then all of a sudden, like, I just have one for months now. I don't know why they kind of stopped selling, but that one has been here for a while. And so this is all the smalls. I love having a hutch in our space because it gives us such a good place to display our antique smalls, and that looks really pretty. So it's kind of a bummer to pull that out, but we have other furniture in there already that is filling that spot up. So here's that secretary desk, and it's so pretty. I love the natural wood with the black. That's a really popular look right now, and it's one of my favorites. And there's those quilts again. I'm showing you the price that we're asking for this hutch, and we have it at $235. So that's everything in our actual booth space. Now we're walking over to a different booth right now. We have a few extra pieces in the store while our store owner is out doing a vintage market, so she had some space for us to fill. So this little chest of drawers is already sold. That's finished in the Dixie Belle Farmhouse green. That turned out really, really cute, and that sold in I think a couple weeks it took. We just ripped all that old veneer off. My dad did. I shouldn't say we. I didn't do anything with this piece. So my dad took all the old veneer off those drawers, made them nice and clean. And then this is a dresser that I shared a while ago on my Facebook page. My mom painted this maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago in a few of the Dixie Belle blues. So I'll have to maybe link you back to that post so you can see exactly which color she used for that. But that is still available also. That has not sold as of May 5th. But it's so pretty. I love like the little whitewashing technique on the top with the white wax, and then it also has the crackle effect, but it's hard to see on camera. That little end table to the right is ours also. So we're just filling up this space until the owner comes back from the vintage market. There's a really good market in St. Charles, Missouri. I think it's twice a year, so that's what she's off doing. And then now I'm up in the front of the store where my little blue gingham chest is up there helping to fill some space also. So we're kind of all over the store in this video, but now that it's May 5th, we've already reworked our booth and put everything back in our own space. So I'll have to do another tour soon so you guys can see everything put back together. And then now I'm just walking you through the front of the store. That welcome sign is mine, but that buffet is the owner's. The whole front section of the store is the owner's section, and so this is everything that they've brought in. And I just thought you guys might enjoy seeing what they have up front right now. So I'm just going to give you a little lap. Okay guys, that's about it for this video. Thanks so much for joining me for another antique booth tour. And like I said, I will have another one pretty soon because our booth has already changed so much, and we're so happy to see nicer weather and more shoppers out. And I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. I will see you in the next video. Take care.